Compulsed to do something out of the normal. Like you're supposed to be at one place, but you said it, hey, I really need to go here. I don't know why, but something's sending me in that direction. You know, you follow your heart and that little voice in your heart and your mind. Well, this is the story of a woman that followed that little voice and where it. Well, there was this lady, and she had a husband that she was married to for 5 years before he had passed away in an automobile accident. And a couple years later, she remarried to another man. And as she was realizing what all she was going through, which was a divorce, she grabbed her things, got out of the house, but wanted to return to get the wedding dress that she kept from her first marriage because it just was her prized possession. And it meant the world to her. And she didn't mean to leave it the first round. She just was so overwhelmed with everything that was going on that she forgot to grab it. So, after I guess her ex husband thought that she had grabbed everything, the next day she went and knocked on the door. No answer. Went the next day, knocked on the door, no answer. Eventually, he never opened the door for her, and she was not able to get the rest of her things, leaving behind her wedding dress. Finally hit her that she had to keep on living without this one item that she cherished so much. And the days turned into months and years, and it was about 7 years later when something really odd happened. She told her two children that she was going to go to the store for a minute and grab some things from the grocery store and then was going to return home. But as she turned out of her driveway, she got down to the red line right above her house. Instead of taking the left to the grocery store, she took the right. Something in her heart and voice told her to go that way. And she continued driving. Instead of taking the next left, that would have taken her back to the road that she was supposed to go on to get to the grocery store. She took the next right and continued down to the mall. Well, eventually, instead of going into the normal part of the mall she goes into, she went around the back of the mall and started at the very back end where there was an old antique store. And for whatever reason it was, her heart kept telling her to go in the store, and she did. And as she looked around, there was a little voice in her ear, and it was saying, hey, go in the back. Go in the back. You've got to go in the back. And she felt this feeling so strong that she went around the aisle and she went in the back of the store. And there it hung. Her wedding dress. The one from her previous husband, her first husband, her sweetheart from high school. Right there for her. She turned around and she ran as fast as she could to the front of the store to tell the lady at the register, I want that dress. Could you go back here and help me get it? And the clerk was like, yeah, but don't you want to know how much that dress is? She said, absolutely not. I don't even care how much it is. She said, that was my dress. That is my dress. I have been looking for it for years. I just figured it was lost to my ex, and here it is. It's right there. She said, I don't even care how much it is. Just get it down for me, please. And they got to the back of it, and the lady asked, she's like, how do you know this is your dress? And the woman looked at her and said, look at the tag. Look at the tag. This is a one-of-a-kind dress. So the lady took off the dress off the hook and she started looking at the tag and said, oh, wow, this is from that old store that used to be here a long time ago that only did custom dresses. And she said, you're exactly right. And that's how I know this is my dress. That is the only dress they would have made, and it was mine. The lady took it home and cherished it for the rest of her days. And this happened in the southwestern part of Virginia back in the 1980s. Have y'all have a story like this where you ever led to follow a voice in your head or in your heart somewhere you had to go? Like it was a message from beyond? Let me know right there in the comments. And don't forget to follow me for more paranormal stories.